Happy spring and welcome back to the Redcoat Rundown. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Zach. Let's start off by looking at some events that happened this week in history.
On March 22nd, 1963, the Beatles released their first album, Please Please Me, with songs including I Saw Her Standing There, Misery, and Twist and Shout.
Also on March 22nd, the first women's college basketball game was played at Smith College in Massachusetts. Pioneered by Lithuanian immigrant Senda Berenson, this was a great way to promote fitness and equality in sports.
And on March 22nd, 1972, the U.S. Senate passed the Equal Rights Amendment, or the ERA, which would guarantee equality for both men and women.
Now let's go over to Sam with upcoming events.
Thanks, Maddie and Zach. To start off, this Wednesday, March 23rd, grade 11 will be taking their SAT, and during this time, students in grade 10 will be participating in a career fair where they get to learn more about different career options they may want to follow. On April 2nd, the Amazing Berlin Race will be back for their second year. For the race, there will be 2 heats, elementary level and middle and high school level. The day will be full of fun, and the winners of each heat will be awarded a prize. Athletic Winter Night will be held on March 23rd from 6:30 to 7:30 in the Berlin High School Auditorium. There will be winter sport athletes that are going to be recognized for all the hard work they put in on and off the field this winter. Now, since spring is around the corner, school events such as prom are coming up. Make sure to stay up to date with the announcements from your class officers, and new details and deadlines are coming out every week.
Thank you, Sam, and a congratulations to our school's robotic team, the Technonuts, for being semifinalists in the Waterbury competition. Good job, team.
Don't forget to continue voting for the March Madness book bracket for the Library Media Center. Voting can be done through Schoology or the library.
Also, CPR training will be offered March 26th and April 2nd for all students. In order to get your certification, both dates are mandatory to be at. It is $10 for students, and they are able to pay on the 26th. Please see Mrs. Wright or Officer DePinto if you are interested.
And just a reminder that spring sport tryouts just started this Saturday. Good luck to all teams, and we're excited to see what you have in store for us.
Before we reveal the results of last week's poll question, what is your favorite animated movie? Let's go over to our sports recap.
Last week, our poll question was, what is your favorite animated movie? And the results were...
Run.
Shrek being the winner. The runner-ups were Moana and Despicable Me.
Make sure to keep an eye out for our next question. What is your favorite spring activity?
And now on to Michael and Nora with Showcase.
Hi, this is Nora
And Michael.
with this week's Redcoat Rundown Showcase.
This week we're showcasing both the coding club and the mountain bike race team.
Hi, I'm here with...
Mr. Arnold,
Okay, so what's your favorite part about riding Redcoats?
the mountain biking is so much fun when you're going off-road and you're actually bouncing over logs, going over jumps, and you're going really fast. It's kind of like scary, but it's kind of fun at the same time, and you have to learn how to do all those skills and learn how to be, really good at it so that you don't fall very often. But eventually you probably will fall.
And where can you meet for riding Redcoats?
If you want to meet with us, you have to sign up on the Family ID, just like a regular sport would. So that's on the Family ID website through Berlin High School. And you sign up that way. Make sure you have your physical up to date, just like a sport would. The difference between us and a regular sport is that we meet 3 days a week. It's a club team, so there's a little bit more flexibility that way. But it's still a competitive group where we actually get to go and race other people. Our practices, we meet over in the In the bike room, it's behind the school, you know where the tech ed rooms are, the tennis courts, and the English wing, that little alleyway, that's where we actually meet. So we'll meet there every day at 2:30, and from 2:30 generally till 4:30, we'll actually be riding. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter, depends on the weather, depends on how we're doing as a group. But that's typically what you can expect. And then sometimes we'll ride right here at the high school and practice the little loop here and just to get more skill work done. And then oftentimes most times we'll go to Bicentennial Park and we'll practice loops there. So that's our basic structure.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm here with
Donovan.
the head of the coding club. So Donovan, why did you decide to revive the coding club?
Well, I just wanted a kind of niche space where people could come and hone their coding skills, or if they're completely new, they could decide to learn coding in the first place.
And how would you say the students are collaborating together in the class?
Actually, I think most of the stuff that goes on in this club is pretty collaborative. Like, for example, we have a blackjack thing going on right now. We're trying to code a game of blackjack and maybe do some statistical analysis behind it. And there's like a group of 3 of us working on it. And of course, anybody's available to join if they wanted.
Do you need any experience to join the coding club?
Of course not. We have a bunch of people who are in the club who actually came in with no experience, and they've actually made stuff that's tangible, that's from their code.
That's great. And is there anything else you'd like to add for anyone interested in joining?
We meet once a week every Monday after school in the computer lab, so if you want to join, feel free to show up.
Thank you, Donovan.
Wow, what a great show that was. Mr. BHS was so entertaining.
Yeah, it was a great show tonight. Good job to all the participants.
We especially loved all their dance numbers and all of the special challenges. It really made the show so much more interesting and really showed off all the participants' personalities.
Great job to the winners, Sal, Jake, Viggy, our first place winner, and the first place runner-up, Justin.
So you kept your word at the beginning by saying you didn't lose. How does it feel to be Mr. BHS?
You know, I'm really happy. It's really just, it's all for the good fun of it. Like, I've always enjoyed taking part in different class stuff. Like, obviously, I do a lot. But winning this, it means so much to me.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now back to Maddie and Zach with this week's rundown.
Thanks, guys.
And before we close out, here's our quote of the week, brought to us by Senor Lewis.
Piensa, cree, sueña y atrévete.
Thank you so much for watching and have a great first week of spring.